Hey guys, it's me. Shut up, Tyler. But guess what, guys? Today I want to talk about what it's like working as a school custodian and some of the perks you might have with it you wouldn't probably think of. So before we get into it, though, was earlier this year I graduated college and I worked as a school custodian for most of my time while I was in college, and it was great. I mean, I do appreciate it. And I love the school district that I was a part of, but I moved on and got a job elsewhere with it, but I kind of wanted to just talk about some of my favorite things about working as a custodian and some stories that I had with it as well. Here's probably one of the things you probably may not realize is that, if you're a custodian, especially if you're working at night, really you're kind of just by yourself. You don't really have that many people coming to bother you. Not saying it doesn't happen, of course, but, typically like you're just by yourself for like 99% of the time. So if you just don't like to be bothered, I mean, that's one thing. Especially too, if you like listening to music or like just watching videos in the background like I do, it's pretty neat. So as long as you're getting your work done, most of them don't really care, which is cool. Especially too, one of the things you probably may not realize is typically once you're done, you can just kind of chill, which is pretty cool. But if you work days though too, it's pretty nice. You have a lot of free time in the afternoon. That was really nice when I was working day shift when I was like second in charge at the building I was at. Especially too, you get a lot more days than you would really think, and it's nice just having a couple extra days, especially like during the summer. We would typically leave early on Fridays, or winter break we would get like a few days off, which is really nice. Get out of my backlog of games. Especially to these Mexican ladies I used to work with. They made really, really good Mexican food, so shout out to them. Of course, I got to give a shout out to my teacher friends. You know who you are. Thank you for all these years. It was really nice, especially to those that would bring me coffee and stuff. Really, really cool of you. Ooh, especially too, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Steve. He's like one of the goofiest people that I've ever gotten to work with. He goes like, ha 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 ha, like, lolly, or ha 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 ha, how about that? Actually, too, when Steve and I would finish our work, we'd go down to the library and we would go and read Pete the Cat. And I don't know if you know Pete the Cat, but that guy is like an absolute menace to society, and I love that. I might make a video on him one day. I'm just saying. Especially too, I remember when we'd all get on Discord and we'd all like read stories and stuff with Steve. That was really funny. I do not know how I did not get in trouble, and I don't know why I'm telling you this now, but I thought it was hilarious when we would go down and read Pete the Cat books at night while I was just waiting to go home from my minimum wage job. It was great. But here's probably one of my favorite stories is this took place last year around Halloween, where everybody was dressing up, and of course I got in on this too. I had to be a banana man, and the funniest thing about that is that I may or may not have started a riot in the gym that day, where one of the teachers ate a banana in front of me when I was eating the banana, and I basically got all of these second graders to start booing her out. I do feel bad about that. I do want to apologize. But that was probably the funniest interaction I ever got to have with the kids. I do think it's funny. I did technically get bananas banned from a public school once. And no, you do not get context with that. I know with the holiday season coming up, I know it's typically where people are kind of out of school a lot. And I do admit, it is kind of nice moving on from the school job. But man, I do miss part of it sometimes, though, when I did leave. But no, I mean, it is really nice. I mean, yeah, there's some days where you don't. I mean, it's just not a job I would say you want to keep for long term. But, for what it was, I don't think it's a bad job if you want to have starting out. I'd also would recommend, please give a thank you to all those custodians. They bust their butts just trying to make ends meet for the schools. And not even just schools, but anywhere you see them as well. But, just kind of a little, just conversation I wanted to just have, just like a little small video while I'm working on Luigi Day Beyond. But I'm going to wrap it up here for now, guys. You guys have a good one, and I will see you later. Okay, bye-bye.